How's it going? I'm back. After a little crazy few weeks there, um, dealing with sickness and some other things, I'm back. Um, got a double episode for you. Um, Interesting episode. Um, so let's get right into it. Um, so the first one I'm starting out with is a highly anticipated one. Motorhead's Bad Magic. I finally found it. um, Yeah, and I said I was never going to open it. It has small tears, as you can see, um, from moves and other things. But yeah, mostly it is still intact, and the wrapping is still on. So, if you don't know about Bad Magic, it is I want to say the final Motorhead album that was recorded, with the exception of um, the cover album that came out after Lemmy passed away. But that one was, they took all the covers that they had done throughout the years and put them in a compilation. And actually, the cover of Sympathy for the Devil comes off this album. So, um, I've never actually listened to this album, like even on Spotify or anything. Um, so, yeah, I just have it as vinyl, and I will never open it more than likely. I have started putting stuff on Discogs. If you don't know what that is, it is a online library for vinyl. So I started putting stuff on there. And this is about the average price, about $30, um, which is what I was expecting. I put 10, I think, yeah, 10 albums on there so far. And it comes out to about 295 ish, something like that, which is about what I was expecting. From 10 albums, the average price of around $30. You know, not too bad. But I have 3 more crates to go through. So, but yeah, again, this is the last album that was recorded, last album that was released before he died. This came out in 2015. Um, we've got, there is 3 sides. Oh, I'm stupid. That's right. It comes with a CD. Forgot about that. Comes with a CD, which of the album, and then it has, side A and side B. So we've got Victory or Die, Thunder and Lightning, Firestorm Hotel, Shoot Out All of Your Lights, The Devil, Electricity, Evil Eye. That's on side A. Side B, we've got Teach Them How to Bleed, Till the End, Tell Me Who to Kill, Choking on Your Screams, When the Sky Comes Looking for You, and Sympathy for the Devil. And then the CD just goes straight through. So, but yeah, that is Bad Magic. Obviously, I can't show more because I'm not going to open it. But yeah, very cool. The second one, which I will have more to talk about, is a very highly anticipated album for me personally. I pre-ordered it because it was great. I covered it on the podcast, Music Corner Riffs to 808s. Shout out to my boys Sebastian and Nate for the podcast. But our second one is The Work by Rivers of Nile. This is a great kind of comeback album for Rivers of Nile after the release of Where Owls Know My Name, which is arguably their most popular. This one might take the spot, though, of most popular after it's been like about a year, I'm assuming. When did this one come out? I cannot remember. Let me look that up really quick. But while I'm looking it up, I did go see Rivers of Nile. I went for the it's called Out from the Sewers tour, I think it was called. It was Undeath, Rivers of Nile, Carnifex, After the Burial, my bad, not Beneath the Burial, and then Black Dahlia Murder, and that was the whole lineup. It's a very good lineup. Very good concert that was recently. I actually did go and buy. I don't know if I have it sitting here. I do not have it sitting here. Never mind. I bought the Black Dahlia Murder Verminius album there. Very cool album. Not my favorite Black Dahlia Murder. I can't remember the name of it. It's the red one, the one that came out before Verminius. But that one is very good as well. Let me look up this album now. Yeah, my favorite song off of this album. I don't have a favorite song off the Motorhead album, by the way, since I haven't really listened to it. The only song I've listened to is the cover of Sympathy for the Devil, and I think they do a pretty good job. So, but yeah, so going through it, we are looking at. Doesn't tell me when it came out. That's very cool. Just says September 24th, 2021. So it came out. And it probably will be on my top 10 albums of the year. If you want to check out that episode of the Music Corner, that one will be up sometime in December for our top 10 songs of the year, top 10 albums of the year, and then top 10 worst songs of the year. Or top 10 worst albums of the year, my bad. We do them as 3 separate episodes because they are very long. But this one is more than likely going to be on it just because I'm a huge Rivers of Nile fan. They're great. They incorporate saxophone, which is something that I love in songs. I was a huge David Bowie fan back in the day, and he incorporated a lot of saxophone, and those some other woodwind instruments as well. So it's really great. And I can't remember their saxophonist's name. But he sometimes goes on tour with them. He was not at our show, sadly. He was at I think it was like 1 or 2 shows after ours. He started, and he was there for like 3 or 4 shows at like little bigger arenas and stuff. But yeah, so going down the track listing, we've got The Tower, the theme from the work. Number 2, Dreaming Black Clockwork. Number 3, Wait. Number 4, Focus. That's all side A. Side B, Clean. The Void from Which No Sound Escapes. More. Tower 2. Side C, Episode and Maybe One Day. And then side D is Terrestria for the work. Terrestria for work. The one thing I will give Rivers of Nile is they always put a Terrestria whatever. So they have 4 albums, so they have 4. I can't remember what the one from Where Else Know My Name is, but Where Else Know My Name is a great album as well. But you can't get it on vinyl. It's sold out like everywhere, and they don't sell it anymore. Not even on Rivers of Nile's website. I think they don't sell it. You can only buy the CD, which sucks. But yeah, no, this is great. On the inside, actually show you the back. So the back, it has the picture of them and the extended little picture from the work. Very cool. Album art's very cool. I will give one thing to Rivers of Nile. They have an amazing artist who draws for them. I can't remember his name. I think I followed him on Instagram at one point. I don't think anymore. But he does an amazing job. And on the inside, the cover, we have all the lyrics to the songs, which is amazing. The lyrical content of this album, it's some heavy stuff at some points, and I give the band a lot of credit. Lead singer, I can't remember his name, but he has some sort of hearing disorder, and sometimes it gets hard to sing. And at the end of The Void from Which No Sound Escapes, like, the person screaming is, like, meant to represent him, like, with all the noise and stuff. It's an interesting concept. And I highly recommend that song, The Void from Which No Sound Escapes. I believe it is my favorite song off this album. It's very deep meaning. Saxophone solo. This is a colored vinyl, by the way. I will say that. And it is, honestly, I think this has to be my favorite colored vinyl. I know I said like Death was pretty up there when I did theirs, and I've got a few other ones that are up there, but this is a beautiful colored vinyl. We do have a little thing here, a little thank you, if you will, to the band and everything, and then a picture of them recording the album. Very cool. What do we got here? Yes, Rivers of Nile are Jacob D. Diefenbach, I believe that's how you pronounce it, on vocals. Brody Utley, acoustic electric guitar. Jonathan Topore, electric guitar. Adam Biggs on bass and vocals. Adam does an amazing job as a bassist, I will say. I freaking love that he can play bass, a 6-string, that well, and sing at the same time. It's incredible, and he does like some pretty harsh vocals sometimes, so it's pretty insane. And then Jared Klein on drums and vocals as well. This is also one thing that's very cool, is the drummer and the bassist do backing vocals, and sometimes their own like little subsections of vocals. Very cool. Seeing it live, it was very, very beautiful. Live, they played Where Owls Know My Name was the last song, because that's like the most popular, and it was very cool, very cool. They played Focus. They played Clean, which was the first single off this album, which is also a very good song. And then they played, I want to say, one song off of Monarchy, it was off of Monarchy, which was their album, the album from 2015, which was also very good. But let us get into the color. I sent this to Nate and Sebastian, and Nate went, "Oh my god, that is beautiful." I said, "It is." And I actually don't have an album like this, so I was very excited. The picture was a little bit different, and it said it may differ from the actual thing. But yeah, it is. Ooh, it's very cool. I believe, I actually just opened this today. I still have the wrapping for it. I opened it earlier. It says it is white and blue melt. That is the color or the variant, because there's a few variants from different websites and stuff. So, ooh baby, there we go. That is so beautiful. It's not like a translucent or anything. It's like flat, but oh my god, it's so beautiful. You can see like the white and blue, kind of like the melt. It is very cool, and I'm so happy about it. It was an interesting pre-order. I'll show the other one that I ordered with it. But I got this one as a pre-order, and then with it, I also got this, Dragonforce Is Reaching into Infinity. One of my favorite Dragonforce albums. And I saw it, I was like, yeah, I gotta have it. It's like, if I'm ordering one album, I might as well order another one. And I will do this one at some point, because this one is very cool. But yeah, there you have it. That's the word. The other one is also same color, very cool. There was a digital download code. That's one thing I love about Indie Merch Store, which is where I get most of my vinyls, if I don't buy them directly or from a record store. Indie Merch Store, they ship to the U.S., and they have a lot of stuff. I actually just ordered another vinyl yesterday. The re-release of Cannibal Corpse's Violence Unimagined, the NSFW cover. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking it out. The album in general, very cool. But the NSFW art is interesting. And all the pre-orders for that one, when it came out earlier this year, I want to say back in March, I think it came out, something like that. The pre-orders were gone within a day, maybe. So I had to wait. And Nate texted me yesterday. He goes, "Oh my God, they restocked it." I said, "You got to be kidding me!" You know, like that. I didn't think they would ever restock that. You know, I thought it was like a one and done type of thing. But everybody, as soon as Cannibal Corpse releases, you know, the NSFW covers, which nowadays they kind of have to, you know, because you can't really have, like, it's not like Tomb of the Mutilated back in, you know, 90s. You can't just do that anymore. But yeah, I have that coming. I'll do that one as well. That one is also, that might be an honorable mention for me this year, is that one, because that was very cool. But yeah, that is the double episode of finally the Motorhead album, Bad Magic. Rest in peace, Lemmy. And then Rivers of Nile, The Work. An amazing album from this year that I highly recommend. Even if you're not a big fan of metal, really, I do highly recommend it just solely for the instrumental parts. Like I said, they got saxophone in there, some drum pad stuff, and a little bit of keyboard. Very cool stuff. And it is one that you should listen to straight through if you do wind up listening to it, because it is very, very amazing, and they do an amazing job. I got a 10 out of 10 for me on the scale, so it was 9.5 or a 10. But either way, still a great album. With that next one, like I said, what I might do from the next episode, I might do the Dragonforce one. If I can find it, I might do a double one. I'll do Verminius and then Dragonforce. I might split them up though, into 2 episodes. But those will probably be the next 2, just because those are like right up front in my crates now, because those are the newest ones I got. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. Obviously, if you like this content, I'm grateful to have about 30 views in all these episodes. Because again, it's something that I enjoy, something that's really, it's good for me to do, because it means I get to clean my shit out. And yeah, also I got a new flag, the Sabaton one, the Great War. That one's weird. It's a little bit see-through, so that's why it looks a bit darker. But that is also a great album, and I would recommend. And if you haven't listened to it as well, Brand of Sacrifice, this band, they just released a redo, kind of like a redux, of their song Lifeblood, with Will Ramos of Lorna Shore. If you don't know who Lorna Shore is, you may have heard of them from their EP that came out, and I Return to Nothingness. The first single off of that, To Hellfire, got a lot of praise, and the ending of it definitely shocked a lot of people. So check those out. A bunch of great bands, a bunch of great people. Go check them out. And thank you.